Hello, everybody. Go ahead and you can start with questions.
How does it feel to get one over Kentucky, Coach?
It just feels good to get a win. You know, it's been a pretty intense week. South Carolina on neutral floor, Maryland here at home, and then Kentucky here at home. I mean, it's been a very, very intense week. There's a few schools that have played a schedule of 3 games in a row like that, but there aren't many. And, it shows just a little fortitude. I thought we showed a little will to win tonight. I thought Kentucky played hard too. You know, I don't think anybody can question if both teams played hard. And I think as a fan, that's really all you want. You know, we missed a bunch of shots. I mean, some wide open shots. But figured out a way to keep competing. And that's what it's all about.
Jeff, that had to be a satisfying win for you, considering your post-game comments. I mean, how do you feel like they kind of responded to that? To see that
Well, I thought we fought, which I was proud of. I still stand 100% behind my post-game comments, which I never believed it would get to where it was. I mean, golly, people. I mean, let's not be so sensitive. You know, I've got a 9-year-old. When we play tic-tac-toe, I'm trying to beat him. You know, and he's trying to beat me too. I tell people all the time, I grew up with two brothers and a younger sister who was a pretty good basketball player, and we used to go out in the backyard, boy, and it was war. I wasn't going to let her win. My brothers weren't going to let me win. I got an email, just a shocking email from a gentleman that told me that 1%, I just want to let you know this, 1% of the youth that play sports care about winning or losing. Only 1%. When you survey him, he said only 1% care about it. Boy, that's, in my opinion, that we got problems if that's true. And again, it's not about if you win and lose, but it's how you compete. I said it all the time. We've lost 2 national championship games here. Okay? And after the game, I told our kids, is it Paul Sykes?
No, it's not big.
No. I thought it was Paul. I told our kids after those 2 national championship games, I was proud of them. I thought we competed. I thought we played hard. We gave it everything we had. We lost. But we still lost. They didn't give us a second-place trophy. They don't do that in the NCAA. You don't get one. But it's okay because we competed and we played hard. So it's, you know, some people get all caught up, get all offended. That's the wonderful thing about our country. I can have my own opinion.
Aisha Hans-Allen said you're absolutely right. Did you expect that kind of reaction out of her?
No, yeah, she should. I showed her the film from the Maryland game. You know, and I took her out tonight one time because we took a jumper and she stood at the 3-point line. I said, babe, you're coming by me. Now, did she play her tail off? Yes, she did. And that's what I've tried to tell all of our players is like, if you're out there busting and you get tired, just tell me you need a sub, I'll get you out. But there's no resting. You can't rest. Just say I need a sub, I'll take you out. But if you're saying you're good, well then you better be good.
You're down by 2, 45 seconds left. Maisha gets that big bucket. What was drawn up there, and how did it come out?
You know, I thought we did a really nice job of executing. I thought we did a much better job of trying to pound the ball inside where our advantage was. Now, we missed a bunch of gimmies. I mean, we had some, even there in overtime, I think it's a 5-point game, and we get her a layup, and we just missed it. But you know what? She played hard. It's okay. You're going to miss them. But I thought instead of settling for threes, we looked to go inside out. And then even when we went inside out, we missed some wide open looks, and that's part of it. It's part of the game. You know, I tell people all the time, if everybody made every shot, it'd be a tie game, and I wouldn't have a job. It'd be a tie. And newspaper people wouldn't have jobs either, because you wouldn't have any story to write. Tie.
Boring.
Yeah, boring.
Jasmine Jones came in and gave you all a really good spark.
Jazz did a fantastic job. She played with the passion and the energy. I mean, the offensive rebound she got there at the end, and I think it may have been with Epps boxing her out, who's a competitor. I mean, she fought for that. And instead of just settling to get boxed out, she said, I'm going to have the will to get it. And she did. Now, we got to make free throws. I mean, now, Paul, I'm going to tell you this. I brought your name up out there. I brought your name up out there. If Mariah Moore makes both of those free throws, it's 2 points, correct? She missed the second. Jazz got the rebound, got fouled. She made one of two. So if Mariah had made both, there wouldn't have been a rebound to get. So that's my philosophy on free throw shooting.
What happened to the threes better than two?
Well, I like that too, but they fouled him hard. It was a smart foul.
Jeff, looked like in the handshake line, you spoke to Makayla for a long time. What did you tell her?
Well, she's one of the top 5 guards, I think, in the country. Makayla does an unbelievable job of being able to manage a basketball game. She makes everybody else on that team better. You know, I mean, they're playing hard too, but she's getting kids. If you're a 3-point shooter and you play with Makayla Epps, all you got to do is stand out there and make threes, because she's going to figure out a way when she comes off a ball screen to read where the help's coming from, who's helping, and you just stand out there. She'll throw it to you. And I told her that. I just said I'm really impressed with how she leads her team, how she makes everybody else around her that much better.
Jeff, along those lines, Brianna had the assignment of the night. How do you think she performed?
Well, she did very well. She starts off 4 for 4. And then I said, BJ, she's yours, babe. You can't, this can't go on. And she ends up 4 for her next 15. So I think she did an outstanding job.
Kentucky played some zone defense. How do you think your team attacked?
You know, I thought we did a decent job. We got some good looks. We just weren't making any of them. You know, and that's part of the game. It's if you're getting good shots, I'm fine with it. And we were getting good shots. They just weren't going down there for a while, and then Durr hits a big 3 in the corner. They kind of got things going again. We have to find a second consistent 3-point shooter. Mariah Moore's been that for the past 2 years. She's got to continue to be that for us.
Coach, I interpreted your comments after the Maryland game as simply you just being trying to motivate your team. But as a basketball coach, how do you differentiate between knowing when to motivate somebody and when to encourage somebody?
Well, I think with motivation, you encourage. You know, I think that's all the same thing. If I'm trying to motivate you, I'm encouraging you. Like, it's what I laugh about, because I really have a problem with all this that got out as big as it did. I kind of laugh. Why do they give grades in school? So why don't we just give everybody the same grade? Why not? Well, you know, you get youth that are playing in sport events that I've gone to, because my son and daughter played, where they don't keep score because they want everybody to, you know, to just have a great time. Well, unfortunately, when he goes to class and they go to class, if you don't spell your spelling words right, we all don't get the same grade. So what's wrong with keeping score in sports? What's wrong with learning from a mistake? You know, I was awful in spelling, boy. I failed a bunch of them spelling tests, but I had to continue to study harder. But what's wrong with that? I just can't figure out what's wrong with it. And that's okay. That's just my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. So I think you can encourage through motivation. I mean, that's where I'm from. I don't know. And granted, like I said, not everybody does it my way. You know, there's 100 ways to coach people. All I know is, even the ones that I may have butted heads with and not seen eye to eye, normally after about 2 or 3 years, when they graduate and they mature a little bit more and get a little bit older, they normally call back and be like, I see what you were trying to say, Coach. Because I want them to be great. I want to be great. You know, I do what I do because I want to be great at it. I don't just want to be another coach. I don't want to just win basketball games. I want to help these young women be great in life, because that's our job. We have a platform here as coaches to try to be role models. We lose to Maryland, and I've got 4 of my staff. We spent the night in the office. I mean, we finished watching film at 4 a.m. on the Kentucky Thursday night after we lost. Because I want to be great. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's just me. I love what I do. I love these kids. I'm grateful to all of them. Because not only have I've said it before, not only are they tremendous basketball players, but I'm telling you, my 3-year-old just loves all of them, and they are great with her. She asked me the other night, do you have a picture of the team, Daddy? I said, no, why? She's like, because they're so nice to me. I go, why are they nice to you? Well, they talk to me all the time, you know? But I will say this, the way things are at our house. After that game against Maryland, we lost. And my daughter's probably down here in the back auxiliary gym running around right now. Well, after the game, she asked my wife, she's like, Daddy's team lost, right? She's like, yeah. She's like, we don't go in the gym and run around after a loss, do we? You know, I'm like, hey, you know what? At 3 years old, she understands. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. That's me.
Just on a sidebar, Coach, Sam Fury not dressed tonight, injury or what's up?
Coach's decision.
Coach's decision.
Yep. Coach's decision.
How is Breonna Jackson such an effective rebounder?
Because it's effort. I mean, I don't think anybody here, if you're from Kentucky, from Louisville, or wherever, you can't ever argue about that kid's effort. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the kid's on the floor more than anybody I've ever seen. She gets knocked down, she gets back up, and she just has a will. You know, she didn't play basketball her senior year in high school. She was on the flag football team. She was a quarterback. In Florida, they have that. That's what she did.
Jeff, when you all are down late, what did you kind of see in your team that kind of sparked that comeback?
Possession by possession. That's all we talked about. Guys, stop worrying about the scoreboard. Just play possession by possession. There's 2.5 left in the game, whatever. You're down 4. It's 2 possessions. We just got to get stops and execute. And I thought we did a great job of that.
Given Jackson's effort, how difficult was it for her to play with 4 fouls for as long as she did?
Well, I thought she did a really good job. I mean, there was one time we got very fortunate. Epps missed a little pull-up jumper in the lane that she didn't switch on to, that she was supposed to. And she looked at me, she's like, I got 4 fouls. I go, if she makes it, it doesn't matter how many fouls you have. You know, and she's like, I got you. You know, because that's what you can't worry about the number of fouls. You got to stick with the game plan. And after that, she switched 3 or 4 times, and she said, I'm not going to foul. I appreciate everybody coming out. I thought it was just a great basketball game for both teams. I think we've had a lot of great games. Thank you, everybody.